Good morning, it's the Saints man, the small van driver on the CX. Happy New Year. It's Thursday the 6th, probably a bit late for Happy New Year, but that's the first time I've posted. This is Monday to, well, this morning really, what I've been doing this week. Christmas, I didn't do a video between, well, Christmas and New Year. I did an end of year one, but I didn't work between Christmas and New Year. Just thought I'd have a rest, and there weren't hardly any work about anyway. So we started this year. We didn't start on Monday. Monday was a bank holiday. I could have worked actually, but thought no, not going to bother. There was a job going out, but I couldn't get a job back. I wouldn't have got a job back, so didn't work Monday. Tuesday I started. New Year's resolution. I made a New Year's resolution that I weren't going to try and go to central London anymore, because it's just a pain in the arse. It's good money going in, but you can't get nothing out. That was my New Year's resolution. Well, that got ripped up first day. First job, Northampton to central London, because there weren't a lot of work around Tuesday, and I was offered really good money for it. So, and it was right in this congestion bit, right in the middle. It was to the university, and it was just taking four small boxes to some engineers. But it was right in the centre. It was about, couldn't get much more central. Easy drop, and there weren't a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of traffic on Tuesday, but it was only 68 miles. Quoted 90 quid for it. Yeah, it's good money. So I got that for 90 quid. It got me going. I didn't pick up until 9:15, 9:30. It's probably a bit later than that actually. It's nearer 10 o'clock. But yeah, quoted on that and got that one. Should actually say I'm actually sat in Southampton. Although it's only 9:53, I've been sat here for half an hour waiting for a job. There's a couple of jobs, but not what I want. Yeah, come down this morning. So I'm right on the docks. It's too cold to get out and go and walk. It's bloody freezing. I've actually got the engine on. Let's turn that off. So yeah, yeah, did that job, and then I thought I'd go out of the congestion and go a little bit north. Thought if I park up somewhere northish, Finchley, that sort of way. Ended up going to Brent Cross, Tesco's at Brent Cross, because Finchley and Sainsbury's now you have to pay to park. So I went to Brent Cross and sat in Tesco's and sat for a bit, and it was really quiet. CX was quiet. First day back for a lot of people. A lot of people now working from home. But I did get a job, Stanmore to Barking. Wrong way really, it was going further away from home, but again it was only 20 miles and I quoted 40 quid on it, and it was going to go around the 25. It weren't really into London, and got that one straight away, and that was from residential to residential. It was a doctor's actually, going from one residential to a patient in Barking. So only a very small item. Booked 40 quid on that. It didn't take me long, it took me less than an hour all in. And that was pretty much it. I would have stayed down a bit longer, but I got a call from my mate who gives me a fair bit of work and said he got a job the next day, Oxford, Cheltenham, Cardiff for Wednesday. So I decided to drive back. I only did £130 that day, and I did 197 miles. So all in all, it worked out about 65 pence a mile, which first day back, 140. I did just under, well, I did about 7.5 hours work, 7.5 hours in total. Just about 7.5 hours, and that was picking up the load as well for Wednesday. What that gives me Wednesdays, I'm pretty flexible with these times, but I can get to the first delivery, it's retail, before 8 o'clock, about quarter to 8, 7:30, 8, which was in Oxford. So I left home at 6 o'clock, well, 6:10, and I was in Oxford, delivered, and on my way to Cheltenham. I had one box for Oxford, went A40 to Cheltenham and dropped that box off there, one box in Cheltenham, and then I had 9 boxes in Cardiff, right in the centre of Cardiff. I delivered them all by 10:15, 10:30. There was a load, I'd been on a load, and I had a couple of conversations with a shipper about a load out of Cardiff back towards London. And he must have phoned me 3 times. I put a bid on it, I thought it was a competitive bid actually because it was Hounslow. Yeah, it weren't even in London. It was sort of West London, and I put a bid. It was like my minimum was £100 for that, and so I thought I'll quote 98 because I've good money, really good money going down to with my shipper. I'll quote 98. It was a small pallet, and if only he says that job. He says I'm just got to get him a customer. He says, are you still available for it? I hadn't even got to Cardiff. I'd already bid on it. I said yeah. I said I can pick it up at 11:15. So give me a break. And he went, that sounds fine. And it was pick up between 10 and 12. So again, he phoned me again. He says that job. He says I've just got to make sure the customer's all right with the pickup at 11:15. Blah, blah. I said, well, I can do 11, but that's a push. And he went, okay, I'll come back to you. Then he came back to me and says, any chance you're doing it cheaper? And I went, no. I says, that's the price, that's the minimum. I says, but if you want to get someone else, it's not a problem because I'm bidding on other stuff. Oh, don't do that, he said. He says, I'll just get in touch with the customer again. I'll ring you back. Never rang back. And they don't ring back. They're looking for cheap. I'm sure looking for cheaper price. But that's fine. Shippers trying to make money. I've got no problem with that. I finished in Cardiff. Say, 10:15 when I got something to eat. Sat in Cardiff Bay, very nice, bitterly cold. Sunny, but bitterly cold. Couldn't even go for a walk, didn't even fancy going for a walk. But job's a good one. I thought I'm bound to get something out of Cardiff, because Cardiff's pretty good to me normally. I normally do alright out of Cardiff. But there was very little work about. All over the country. It wasn't nowhere near as busy as it has been. And there was 3 drivers in Cardiff. So I'd got my search at 30 miles. And that covered Newport, Bridgend and everything. I thought I'm going to go up to Cardiff Services, Cardiff Gateway, and then I'm on the motorway, and then I can really cover areas. So I did that, and I was up there, parked up by 11:15, 11:30, still no jobs. Got to 12 o'clock, and I thought, I'm not tramping out in this, don't really want to tramp in this, it's so cold. I need to get summer. So I widened the search to 50 miles, and that brought in Swansea. And instantly there was a job on there, Swansea to SE10, London, which was COVID. And I worked the mileage out. I thought, well, the minimum I can do for that one is 185, which takes me over 300, which is a great day. Pickup was at, let me get this right, it was at 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. And it was Swansea, COVID, to SE10, which was 202 miles. I quoted 185 and I got it. Got a phone call straight away, got the job. Never been to SE10, this COVID place. I've been to all the others, but not been to SE10. So I thought, well, it's worth going because everything seems to be going to SE10 now, which is Greenwich. So off we go. So we go to SE10, picked it up, went to Swansea, got it at 1:45. It was a lady, very nice lady, and off we go to SE10. It's all M4 all the way along, straight through London. And little did I know, it is virtually next to the Millennium Dome. It is smack on. Any couriers out there that's been there, strange place for everyone to have to go. Good parking, so if you're going there, parking's no problem. There's parking spaces outside. It's on a cobble bit which looks pedestrian, but it's not. I found it okay. Little door. Good. But that was a long day. That made it a long day. The reason it made it a long day, you're not going to get nothing out of there. There was no work coming out of there, and I'm still 80 miles from home, which is a little bit too far to travel, really, dead miles. But I'd got good mileage anyway. I'd got good money on the day I did. So I didn't know what to do, whether to stay at I looked at Park for night. There was a couple of parking spots the other side of the 25. I could have parked down there, been a bit closer. It was bitterly cold. Then got a phone call again from this bloke I do work for. He says, are you getting back home tonight, Dave? And I said, I can be. And he said, I've got one box going to Southampton. I've been here before. Been here a few times for him. He said, it's 30 kilo box. One box. I says, yeah, I'll come home because that means I'll get in my own bed. So the 80 odd miles, I sucked it up, dead mileage, and it got me an early job this morning. I left this morning at just after 6 o'clock and tipped already. I get good mileage down here. It's only 100 miles. I got 80, just over 100, 108 miles. You come to 82 quid, 50 pence. Just over 100 miles. Yeah, so all good. Now I'm sat in Southampton, looking for work. 1 second. No, not long there. Yeah, looking for work on the exchange. Just wouldn't go miles away. But yeah, so all good. As I say, New Year's resolution: don't go into London, central London or around London so much. First 2 days back, 2 days in London. But hey, someone offers me money, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm working today, obviously. Work Friday, and I may, if there's anything decent, do a Saturday this week because my wife's working, and I didn't work Monday, and I'm only doing 4 days next week. This van's in for a major service next week, so I'm quite a bit done. It's done 96,000 now, so it's having. I need the brakes doing. The brakes are right on the limit. It's full service. It's a major service, so it's going to be off for a day. My mate's doing it. Yeah, it costs more than normally service doing, but he's doing a fair bit more work for it. So, and it'll his MOT's end of February. He's going to do the cam. I think it's a cam chain on the cam belt on these. It says 125,000. Well, it's going to be done about 105,000, something like that. But we're going to change the cam belt as well. So, yeah, so 4 days next week. So I may work Saturday this week, but if I get enough money today and tomorrow, I'm over my target because I did 130 Tuesday. I did 301 yesterday, which gets me 431, which is over target by 31 quid. And I'm going to get it over 200. 200 a day is my target, and I should get only want another 90 quid today. And if I get a really good day today and a bit of a day tomorrow, it's all good. So that's the update. Start of a new year. January, yeah, it does look quiet. CX quiet again. Not as many jobs, but just do what we can. Get through January. We ain't in lockdown yet, but there's a lot more people working from home. I noticed London when I went in London on Tuesday. London was quiet. It was really quiet in central London and in around. It wasn't busy, so it's good for me getting in and out. But yeah, we need more work. But see how we go. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Our Christmas was pretty good. New Year's pretty good. Got hopefully busy times ahead. Yeah, I'll keep you updated, and I'll put one up the weekend to see how we get on the rest of today and Friday. Cheers, guys.